All right, hello everyone. Hope you're having a great week so far. I know the week has just begun, but it just gives you something to look forward to. Oh, yeah. I'm doing a video. Uh, if you've watched my channel, you may have noticed in the past, on probably more than one occasion, I've talked about pmenu. And pmenu is a graphical menu that you can use on just about any Linux, not only window manager, but you could use it on an actual desktop environment if you wanted to. And here I am. This is Franken Window Manager. And let me hit the keyboard shortcut that I've set up for pmenu. And you'll see that it's a graphical menu. And it gives you the basics here. It gives you your categories and the applications that are listed in those categories. But let's say you wanted to add something on your own here so that it would appear down here below where the applications are listed. Maybe have a few little items down here that you could quickly click on to open up certain items. Well, it is possible. So I'm going to show that to you. Now, first thing, I want to pull up the menu again just so you can look at it. And this is the basic menu. If you add pmenu.py to whatever, whether it's your keyboard shortcut or like up here I have in the Tent 2 panel, I use that as the executable pmenu.py, and you get your categories and the applications. So let's look at a couple of other ways you can actually run this. Let me open up my run command. pmenu.py space -- wm for window manager open box. And now you see down here we have settings, lock screen, and log out. This is set up already in pmenu. And of course this is for open box, so this will open up obconf. Lock screen I think is set out of the box to use slock, and log out, that will run open box exit. Now let's try one other one that comes pre-configured in the pmenu.py file. pmenu.py space -- wm for window manager xfce. And we will see, let me move my cursor up here because it's going to appear wherever my cursor is. And there's a way you can have it set at a fixed position if you want, instead of it appearing wherever your cursor is. And again, we have settings, lock screen, and log out. And of course this is the XFCE4 settings. That is using, I don't remember off the top of my head. And that's using the XFCE, whatever you call the logout screen. The logout screen that pops up whenever you want to leave the XFCE4 desktop. Alright, so if you notice, you've got your applications up here, then you have a little divider, and then these three items. Now you can actually have more or less than these three items if you want. That's just how it comes set up out of the box. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show how you can fix that so that you can put anything down here that you want. Alright, So let me open up my terminal. I hit the wrong keybind, sorry about that. Alright, let me do sudo leafpad user local bin pmenu.py. Now user local bin, that is where I put my pmenu.py. You might put it somewhere else like user bin or actually in bin. That's where I put it, and of course leafpad is what I'm going to be using for this demonstration. Use whatever text editor you want. And let me send this to a different desktop so we can look at it a little easier. And I will increase the font size. So we'll try 16. Hopefully that's able to be seen a little better. Now, I don't remember the line number off the top of my head, but if you will do a search for XFCE, and there it is right there. Line 420 is XFCE. If you want to use the XFCE part of pmenu, or if you want to use OpenBox, it's right here on line 404. I usually use XFCE because it's just easier for me to see everything that's going on here in these lines. Alright, if you notice now, we're going to be working on the XFCE, and it's in this section right here. That's all we have to worry about. And we're going to edit this so that it will open up whatever I or you choose for it to, okay? Now if you'll notice, starts off with this internationalized, and then you have name, and then it gives the name that you want to appear in the menu. You do not want to edit this part right here where it says name. You want to edit what it says the name is. Then it gives the icon, and then it shows what the icon is going to be. And then command, and it shows the command to run to open up whatever you're going to put in here. Sorry about that. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. Now, if you want to add less or more, you just need to delete some lines. But I do want to point out, if you notice, right here after this first line, there is a comma right there. And after this second line, there is a comma right there. On the third line, there is no comma. So if you're going to add less or more, whatever your last line is, it needs to be without a comma, okay? Alright, I'm going to do 3. I'm going to name this first one accessories. That's the name I want to give it. Now remember, we're going with name, and then we fill in the name we want to appear in the actual menu itself. And then we have an icon. Now, I've done this so many times, I could actually leave that icon like it is, but I'm going to live on the edge and put system settings. Okay. If you don't know the names of icons, the easiest thing, let me pull up another screen, and I'll open up my file manager and show you. This isn't the easiest way to do it. There's other ways to do it, but I know you can use like catfish file search, or like here in PCMan-FM, you could use the search tool in PCMan-FM. But basically, if you don't know the name of the icon you want to use, you have a couple of options. You could go to User, Share, and Applications. And if you look through here and you see an icon you like, this is an easy way to do it. If you see an icon you like, just right click on it and open it up with your text editor. And right here, look for where it says icon equals, and that will be the name of your icon. Another way to do it, which is what I usually do, and it's not the easiest way whatsoever. If you go to User, Share, let's see, Icons. Find the icon theme that you're using. I'm presently using Frankenmio Dark. Go to Apps, and I usually look in the 48 folder. Just look through there until you find an icon you want to use. Now that can be very tiresome, but sometimes you might be looking for something, you know, that you personally want to use that may not actually be just a simple name that you would roll off your tongue, so to speak, like System File Manager. You might be looking for a specific icon that you'd rather use. All right. Hope that made sense. It probably didn't. All right. So we have our name that's going to appear in the menu. We have our icon, and now we need to come up with a command. And I have on this system a script that I made called mio-accessories. So that's going to be my first item that will appear in my menu below that divider line. Next, let's see, I'm going to put terminal. That's the name that's going to appear in the menu. The icon, I'm just going to put terminal. And the command is going to be Sakura. And for this last one, log out, that's pretty good. I'm just going to put exit. The icon, do I want to use system logout? Yeah, I'll use system logout. That's fine. And the command is another script that I wrote for this system. Now, if you notice, I'm keeping within these quotation marks each time I edit this. And this is going to be called mio-exit. Now, maybe you just want to have, instead of, now mio-exit is a little window that pops up that gives me the option to shut down, reboot, log out, lock the screen, whatever. Maybe you just want a single command there, like you want to log out of your window manager. Now I don't know the correct command for each window manager, but if that's the case, you could just use pkill, skip a space, dash, all caps, KILL, skip a space, dash U, skip a space, $, all caps, user. And that has worked on every window manager that I've tried. It just logs you out. And or if you want it to be shut down, whatever you want your shutdown command to be. Again, I don't know the shutdown commands of every Linux system, but like this is Devwin, it'd be login, control, power off. That would shut me down completely. But I'm going to use mio-exit, mio-exit. And again, that's a script I wrote. It's not something you can just write in there and it's going to work for you. Now, before I actually save this, let me run that command again for the XFCE version. pmenu.py --wm for window manager XFCE, and it should appear right here where my cursor is, and there it is. Now remember, up here I changed that to accessories, and here it says settings, terminal, and it says lock screen, and exit, and it says log out. So now I'm going to save this, and we will try that one more time. pmenu.py -- window manager XFCE. Let me move my cursor over here where we can see it. And there we have it, accessories, terminal, and exit. Alright, let's see if this actually works. I'm going to click on accessories. And there's the Mio Linux accessories. Let's try it again. I'm not going to click on terminal. I'll click on the exit. And there's my little exit screen. Alright, so that's how it's done, guys. Now, after you've edited this and put in the name you want to appear in the menu, you've changed your icon, and you've changed the command, you've saved it. Of course, you're going to have to go in and change whatever you're using, whichever window manager you're using, whether it's to use a keybind like this, where I'm opening it up with a keybind. Now remember, I haven't actually saved this yet, or I haven't changed my keybind. Up here on my Tent 2 panel, I would have to go in and change that command. And normally, let me open up LeafPad again. I don't know if this is your situation, but what I'm using right now for my command on both Tent 2 and my keyboard shortcut is just pmenu.py. You would have to change that depending upon whether you use the open box session of, or not the open box session, the open box section of pmenu.py or XFCE. You would need to change that to pmenu.py, skip a space, --wm space XFCE, or if you use the open box section, open box. I hope that makes sense. Now, let me close this out. No, I don't want to save that. I hope that helps some people. When I discovered pmenu, and I've used it on several different window managers, I just love it. And after discovering it, I kind of delved into it and figured that out, how I could add those custom, whoops, what did I just do? add those custom entries in the menu myself. Pmenu is a great, fantastic graphical menu that you can add to just about any window manager, and I will leave a link where you can download pmenu. If you download it, just read the README file. It gives you great instructions, very easy to follow instructions, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's a great addition to your window manager, especially like a tiling window manager where you don't necessarily want to always use dmenu or Rofi, anything like that. It's just a great addition. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm going to take just a little bit of time and enjoy my Station 67. Let me go right here, this one right here. I hope he doesn't mind me playing this. Station 67 does some absolutely fantastic work, and his music, some of his music is just amazing to me. And when I say some of it, I don't just mean some of it. It amazes me that he's able to produce this on Linux. And you know, I play guitar, bass, play a little drums, a little bit of keyboard, and I'm really, really good at the kazoo. But Station 67 does such amazing work, and I'm gonna leave you guys with just a little taste of his latest album. So, Ghosty, I hope you don't mind me doing this, but I wanted people to be aware of what you're doing. So, all right, you guys have a great week coming up, and take care.